Welcome back. If everyone could just take a deep, deep breath and let it go. And do that again. Take a deep breath. Let it out. And really just get your body here. Get your physical body here. Fully engaged with your spirit, with your emotional body, with your mental body, even your astral body. Let's check in with the whole of us, our full and complete essence. And go ahead and give yourself a grounding cord. If any of the conversation preceding this meditation lit you up, you may have had a grounding cord and dropped it. Go ahead and create a new one. And connect that grounding cord. Imagine a tube of light, for example. Tube of light that connects to the base of your spine. It's about as wide as your hips. And have it ground through the chair that you're sitting in, through the floor, through all the floors of the building you're in, all the way down to the center of the earth. And the center of the earth, we will imagine, is a pasture, a lawn, a field. Something where that tube of light can just ground into. And the center of the earth, we imagine, is neutral territory, neutral energy. Simply by grounding, we are shedding any energies that we're ready to let go of. Anything we've picked up in our travels, any light ups, or anything that we're finally ready to let go of. And you don't have to watch it. You don't have to go with it. You can just intend that those energies are traveling down your grounding cord all the way to the center of the earth, and the center of the earth, they're turned into neutral. No charge. And there's no charge to give your energy no charge. Yeah. Psychic humor. And then imagine a bubble around you in all directions. 3 feet in front, to either side, above you, below you, and behind you. Don't forget that. And in front. This is your aura, personal energy, power center, your power field. And it's around and active whether you are paying attention to it or not. You know when somebody's breached your personal space. Just intend that you're going to give your aura a healing. Bring it into present time, whatever today's date is when you're listening to this. And then be a point of light behind your eyes and in between your temples. Imagine that who you are is a point of light, and you're nestled behind your eyes and in between your temples, as if you can look at the world from behind your closed eyes. And it's important to stay in the center of your head during these meditations. especially if it's going to be kind of juicy like this one is, or can be. So be in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble. Just allow yourself to feel grounded, centered for a few breaths. Allow yourself to be in this present moment. And allow that to feel good. And say hello to your physical body. Sometimes just the mention of a diagnosis or a death picture can light up the physical body. That's okay, because that means something's ready to be healed. Be in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble, in present time. And any energies or light ups as a result of this topic, go ahead and let them fall down your grounding cord. Maybe they look like little poof balls, maybe they look like just dust or iron filings, blobs of energy. Just imagine that any light ups you have from the chat of this meditation, begin to let those go. Ground those off. And sometimes that's all the healing you need, just to move that energy and get back to you. In the center of your head, grounded in your bubble. On the outside of your bubble, I'd like you to imagine a rose. It's a single rose hovering out there in space outside of your bubble. See what color it is. See if the flower is open or closed. See if it's got a long stem or no stem. It's got stems. Does it have leaves? Just create that rose in whatever detail makes sense for you. And appreciate how good you are at creating a rose. Even if it's a pencil drawing, that works too. And then I'd like you to blow that up. Just let it disappear right before your third eye. And after you've done that, create another rose. It can be identical to the one you just had. It can be completely different. It can be the same size, bigger, smaller. As long as it's hovering outside your space and not touching your bubble. And then go ahead and blow that one up too. Create another rose. And then blow it up. Create another rose. And blow it up. We call this blowing roses or creating and destroying roses. There is a yin and yang for everything in this world, an up and a down, a light and a dark, a create and a destroy. So when you can imagine something being created and then destroying it, you are taking that item through its cycle, through its life cycle. You are moving that energy. And you can create and destroy roses for any topic that you would like. For example, perhaps you're nervous to speak in public. You could create and destroy roses for nervousness to speak in public. And you could do that right before you give your presentation. You could set your intention that you will create and destroy roses in your mind's eye during your presentation. And simply by doing that, you are moving energy. And it becomes quite easy. So we're going to create and destroy roses for fear, for diagnoses, for our health picture, for death pictures. So let's start small, smallish. Imagine in your mind's eye a rose, and write on the stem the word fear. A rose that represents fear. And then blow it up. Do that again. Create a rose that represents fear. And blow it up. One more time. Create and destroy. Now, if you'd like, you can just stay here and create and destroy roses of fear. This is an amazing tool for 101 uses. Fear of asking for that raise or making that phone call. Fear of getting on stage, taking your next step. Or whatever else, in any of the millions of ways that fear can show up. You can use this to help yourself out of a panic attack. Just create and destroy roses. Next, the next rose you create, write health on this. And health represents your physical health. And no, creating and destroying a rose isn't going to damage your health. No, it's just going to move energy around any fears that you have, any pain, any discomfort. So create a rose that says health. And if you like, you can put adverse health or ill health and destroy it. And do that again. This is also a great way of moving energy around any resistance you have to healing and health and having beautiful, radiant health. Just move the energy around the concept. And you might find that you begin feeling lighter, that you begin to feel more hopeful because you have moved stuck energy and you're allowing for flow, goodness, abundant health, prosperity, grace, healing. Now stay in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble, and take an inventory. How do you feel in your physical body right now? And then on the outside of your bubble, create another bubble that represents illness or that negative diagnosis. And notice what you feel in your body. Just notice what you notice. And then blow that rose up. Create another rose that represents illness or a diagnosis. And then blow it up. Do that again. Another benefit of creating and destroying roses is it's a healthy, healthful way of you establishing control in your own space. You are creating something and then you are destroying it. And it's safe and it can only do you good. And you can allow your roses to disintegrate in any way you like. Sometimes mine just poof like a cartoon element that just disappears. Sometimes I like to imagine that it's the end of a firework that's gone off and it does the little sound as the last little remnants of the firework are burning out. Or maybe it goes up in a puff of smoke. Just create and destroy roses. And for the next one, I'm going to create a rose that represents death, your relationship with death, your thoughts on death, death pictures, your own. It could be the death of a job, it could be death of a dream, it could be death of a pet. Death is a multifaceted concept. But what I want you to do is imagine that that rose is way across the room, especially if this is juicy for you. Put it in the next county. See that rose farther away from you. Give yourself some distance, even more separation, and then blow it up. You can imagine it's at the edge of the universe. You can only see it in your mind's eye. Poof. For everything, there is a season. And this is a way, a very benign, comforting, healing way to look at some of those juicy, juicy topics. And look, You're still here. You're still doing great. You are healing yourself, and by doing so, you are holding a light for others to do the same. You're showing others it's okay to not be afraid. It's okay to be afraid, but then you can move that fear. So create a few more roses that represent death, whatever that looks like. And then blow them up. Create a rose, write the word on it, blow it up. And this is a way for you to have control over the subject, for you to have command, that you can move energy, that you can create healing, because you can. This is one of many tools that you have. Stay in the center of your head, be a point of light, and dial your point of light up by at least 10%. Be that much more bright. Be in the center of your head, be in your bubble, and be grounded to the center of the earth. And take an inventory of how you feel in your physical body right now. This is one of the juiciest meditations I've given. And you're doing great. Be in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble. Just take an inventory. Do you feel lighter? Do you have any swirlies or energy feelings in your body? Say hello to them. If they're uncomfortable, send them love. Take that energy and toss it down your grounding cord. Or just sit with it and see if it doesn't just fade. So be in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble, in present time. Completely starstruck by your own abilities to heal, to move energy, to look at the juiciest of topics and heal yourself through it all. Our reaction to any situation is often going to dictate how we navigate. This gives you some tools to help you navigate any situation, any challenging situation. And while you're here in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble, go ahead and create another bubble over your bubble. And put the first initial of your name in that bubble. I'm Cynthia, so I will put a big old C in my bubble, and I'm going to make it magnetic. And I'm going to call back into this bubble my energy, as you will call back your energy from wherever you've left it. Just leave it at the job. Do you leave it in a friend's space? Did you leave it back in high school? So wherever you're ready to have your energy back from, call it into that bubble over your head. And put in that bubble joy, peace, gratitude, consciousness, awareness, abundance, prosperity, grace, healing, purpose, love, self-love, and any other positive quality you would like more of. Belonging, hope, anything that makes you feel good in your space. And when you're ready, fill that bubble with gold. Gold has the highest vibration of all the colors, and it purifies that energy. And when you're ready, take an imaginary finger and pop that bubble and start to fill in your physical body with this wonderful energy that you've called back for you and turbocharged it with all those positive emotions, positive energies. Fill in the top of your head, fill in your face, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, all the way down to your fingertips. Fill in your throat, your chest, your upper back. Fill in your side bodies, your lower back, hips. Fill in your thighs, down to your knees, your lower legs, all the way down to your ankles and toes. And then any energy, fill in your bubble, fill in your chakras with all that energy. And know that you are amazing. You are created from and connected to Source. You can do anything. You are one of God's creatures. If you or someone you know needs or would like a session, go ahead and reach out at hello@drcynthiasmith.com or go to my website, drcynthiasmith.com. There's forms there where you can contact me. And in the meantime, please like and subscribe, tell your friends, post a 5-star. Really appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. Bye now.